Miss Katrina, very good. Wouldn't you all like to hit a driver like that consistently? I know I would. Erika Cogorno, Miss Katrina Howard here with Performance Golf. In today's video, we're going over a key driver drill so you can hit your driver much better and much farther when you go on the course. You're gonna see some professionals in this video, myself and Katrina, Rory McIlroy, showing you the biggest key to hit your driver farther, which is being able to have a wide arc. Katrina, let me hop in there for a second, and then Katrina's gonna come back in and hit some more beautiful drives for us. You'll notice the best drivers of the golf ball are able to get the club head as far away from them as possible on both sides of the swing without their head or upper body going along with it. Rory McIlroy, what a beautiful example of that. Katrina as well, all of the best drivers of the golf ball. We call that a wide arc. Getting that club head to travel back and through on a nice wide arc. Now we know to hit the driver as good as possible, we want the club head to be approaching the golf ball during the downswing from nicely low and inside, right? We spend all day getting our students to do that, Katrina. Low and inside. Now, if we want to deliver the club from low and inside, hit it high, solid, and far, doesn't it serve to reason that it would be easier to do that if I had a nice wide arc, right? All of us together, yes, right? Obviously, that would be much easier. The bad version that Katrina and I teach players out of all day that we see would be a narrow arc, okay? So the worst way to hit the ball with the driver would be to hit way too far down on it, right? That golf ball's going nowhere, we're not hitting it solid, low pulls and fades. If I had a backswing where I had a narrow arc, right? Let's say wide arc's really good. What about if I made a backswing like a lot of our students where I go real narrow? Does this look like it'd be easier or harder to have a nice shallow angle of approach? Certainly much harder, right? This would be much harder to do compared to out here. Now there's two key things that we're gonna go over here in a moment as to how we do the wide arc. All right, guys, quick break from today's video. Look, if you want to make massive improvements with your game and actually get way better in 2025, you got to do something different than you've done before. And one of those things that I highly recommend is checking out these 2-day schools that my friends at Performance Golf are hosting. These are with the best coaches in the world, people you see me in videos with all the time, like Martin Chuck, Angie Rice, Erika Larkin, many more of the top coaches at awesome places all around the United States. We're seeing great results with these schools because what we're able to do when we see you in person is really find and fix the main root issue. Most all of us have like 4 or 5 things wrong with our swing. You can't do them all at one time, but you can find and fix the main one thing, which we can do in person like that. We're able to make massive improvements. I'm talking like maybe 2 years of improvements in only 2 days. So if you're looking for something to really fast track your improvement, this could be the thing that could take you to the next level. We'll put a link in the description down below. Check that out, see if there's a spot available in a location that works for you. Key number 1 is being able to let the lead shoulder lead the way, okay, the left shoulder. If I want a nice wide arc on the way back, my left shoulder, lead shoulder, has to work away from the target. Now it'll go down a little bit as well, but it has to work away. Try this with me. Try and get a really wide arc and keep your left shoulder there. Not happening. If your left shoulder doesn't move back, you're automatically going to be very narrow. Like Rory and the models, if the left shoulder does move back away, right, away from the ball underneath the chin will go through, very, very wide arc. So step number 1, lead shoulder back. Number 2 that Rory does so well that I'd love for you to do is what we call long arms. Right, Katrina and I were joking before, like we tell our students this all the time, right? Long, wide arms on the way back. That means my right arm and wrist are not super bent. Here's the bad version, real narrow. How does that look with my trail arm? Not long arms, right? A lot of bend in the right arm and right wrist. So we need to be able to learn how to get that wide arc, especially from hip high, right, Katrina? Like really this part of the swing is super important. And to do that, the lead shoulder has to go back and the arms have to be wide. Let's switch spots here, Katrina, if you'd hop in there. So when we're practicing this, and just to go through some of the drills for a second, let's take a setup here just inside of the golf ball for a moment. And let's do your lead hand on. Let's keep your left hand on the club and take the right hand off. So as we're doing this, this is a really good way for you guys to learn this just with the lead arm only, and try and get the club head to feel as far away from you as possible. Now, let's do it the good way, Katrina, where the shoulder is going to go back with it. So we get some good turn. And we're going to notice, look how far away this club head can get when the shoulder travels back away from the target. Now let's take your setup again. Let's go ahead and pop your right hand on there as well, Katrina. Let's do the bad version where this shoulder doesn't go back at all, and we try and do the backswing. Very difficult to get with. It's like literally impossible.
Yeah, I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna get narrow in there automatically. It's almost like the folding of the arms being too narrow is a byproduct or effect of not getting the shoulder back. So when you're starting this, couple half swings, let's feel the shoulder working back away from the target, just to about like hip high or halfway back. Awesome, beautiful width. Look at that nice wide arc when we go back. Let's take your setup again. And as we're doing the drill here, the mantra, right, should be left shoulder back and arms wide. Left shoulder back, long arm.
Wider.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
So that,
caught myself.
Yeah. So that trail arm, right, it doesn't need to feel like it's like super tense, but it certainly should feel nice and long. Let's do that again. So you see here when Katrina comes through, the arm's pretty darn wide. It's not super bent. Also notice the wrists aren't super hinged. Let's pull Rory back up. That gets the club as far away as possible. Now, if we did the bad version and this arm started to fold and this wrist started to hinge and you really set the club a lot, look how high that club is here. That club from here wants to come down steep, right? Compared to, let's do the drill one more time. So when we're doing this correctly, shoulder back, arms wide. So when you're doing that, Katrina, what do you feel with your lead shoulder? Like underneath the chin, back away from the target?
Yeah, I always think about my nose being under.
Ooh,
like my shoulder being under my nose.
Shoulder underneath the nose, shoulder kind of maybe behind the golf ball, right? If we looked at a line up from the golf ball, let's do that one more time, Katrina. The shoulder, we're even trying to get back behind the golf ball line. That's a nice little cue, right?
Yeah.
Now, we said we want width on both sides of the swing, and we're just talking backswing, right?
Yeah.
So if in the backswing, we needed to get the shoulder back, arms wide, that means we need to do the same thing on the way down. So when we make our backswing here, Katrina, we said left shoulder back, arms wide. Now what we want to do on the way through is just replace that with the opposite. Right shoulder forward, arms wide. Beautiful. So when we get into a follow-through position to get this as wide as possible and as far away from us, just like the Rory, right? We have to have the right shoulder turn through, and we have to have the arms long. Now, if we pull our right shoulder back, go ahead and pull your right shoulder back. Now all of a sudden, you can't be as wide here. If the shoulder doesn't go through, you can't be wide. If the shoulder doesn't go through, you can't keep the arms long, right? That's what we see with our students all the time. So you guys want to feel this. Let's do a couple of reps there, Katrina, kind of half, maybe hip high to hip high. You want to feel the lead shoulder back,
So take
arms long. Yeah, Katrina kind of feels what? The shoulder underneath the nose, underneath the chin, and then you match that. Look at that beautiful width on both sides. Do that again, Katrina. Look at how far back the club head gets through, and then beautiful job. So if we can control that little half swing like that, right, it makes it easier from there to make a downswing with the club head that comes from low and inside, yeah? Let's do a full swing if you wouldn't mind, Katrina. So full swing, and let's feel those same things where the left shoulder goes back, arms are wide, let's say right shoulder goes through, arms wide. One or two little rehearsals. Yeah, beautiful. Let's hit one out there, just normal pace like that with those same feels. Width on both sides of the swing. Wide arc is what we're looking for. Wide back, wide through. Yeah, beautiful. That is absolutely hammered. So when you guys go play and you like struggling with your driver and the contact is off, almost a 0% chance that that's coming from having too much width and too much turn, right? Probably close to 100% chance that that's coming from not enough turn, not enough width. Let's do that one more time, Katrina. So we'll do the drill, left shoulder back, arms long, right shoulder through, arms long. Yeah, exactly. Beautiful job. Club head is as far away from us on each side of the swing. And you can do and hit some shots, like little half ones. It's hard. It's a hard drill to do. But when let's try a full swing and transfer that in there, we want to be able to feel those same things, like getting that club head far away, left shoulder's back, Arms are nice and long on the way back, and the same thing on the way through. Yeah, beautiful width.
Oh, that was so much better.
Yeah, that's about as good as we could all hope to do. Beautiful width on both sides of the swing. Now, you might be in a different point and have different flexibility levels and say, gosh, Eric, I don't know if I could turn that much back and through.
Yeah.
The point is, get as close as you can. The closer you get, the better you're gonna hit, right? Relative to wherever the student's at. The closer you get, the better you're gonna hit. Now, Katrina, if you could take your setup, there's one more little piece I'd like to go through. We said in the beginning that the goal is maximum width on both sides of the swing without the head going with it, right?
Yeah.
So the bad version, if we take your setup position, and if we did bad, we're like the head and chest go way away from the target. Yeah, so we're not looking for this motion where the head goes dramatically this way. Maybe an inch of motion, maybe a little bit back, but we don't want huge head motion. Let's do the bad one more time. Yep. We don't want huge motion away from the target, right? We don't want huge motion towards the target. If we show those good players with their head, they had width on both sides with a pretty stable head. A pretty stable head. I think one more hit, Katrina, if you would. We enjoy watching you hit your driver. We all like to hit it like that. Width on both sides of the swing. Left shoulder back, arms long.
I like to say I can't afford to get rid of any width. I'm only 5'3", so
yeah, there we go. We need all the leverage we can get.
I need the length,
Yes,
all I can get here.
Shoulder back, arms wide. Yeah, nice. Beautiful job. Gosh, you hit your driver really good, Katrina. So that's what we're all looking for, right? Like we need driver, those are good hits, very good. We need driver to be good when we go play. When you hit your driver well, you enjoy the game better, you score better, it's more fun, and width. Wide arc is a huge key. Give that one a try. Shoulders back, arms long in either direction. Erika Larkin, Miss Katrina Howard here with Performance Golf. Appreciate you guys watching.